Well, we move on to the back straight now for the men's 1500 metres. The athletes are gathered down there at the far end of the back straight, obviously just as the runners would come out of the first bend of the track. So it's 3 3/4 laps of the track, and what a field this is. It really is star-studded. We're very lucky to see a field of this caliber. I wonder how they will cope with the conditions. Pacemakers KIPROTICH and Erik Sawinski, but there is the main man, Jakob Ingebrigtsen, one of the most exciting talents to come into the world of middle distance racing globally for many, many years. The reigning European champion indoors at 3,000 metres and 1,500 metres, at 1,500 and 5,000 outdoors from 2018. There's a lot of Australians in this one, but MUSAB is from Qatar, and he is the world #1. First broke 340 back in 2016, but he's not that well known. He's a tiny figure, about 5'6", 1.67 m. And Ollie Hoare, as I mentioned, the Australians, he's the world #2, but Matthew RAMSDEN, Stuart McSWEYN, Ryan GREGSON, all in this one. It's like an Australian Championships, it really is. Stewie McSWEYN, remember him in Rome last year, running that super fast 3,000 metres. Ryan GREGSON, 9th in the Rio Olympics, another Australian. Tom Keane from Great Britain, Berglund, European 1,500 metre silver medalist at indoor level. Fontes, Ignacio Fontes, European under-23 champion a couple of years back. ORDÓÑEZ, another very useful Spaniard. Bronze medalist at the world indoors over 800 metres in 2018. And nearest the camera, Andreas LINDGREEN of Denmark. It's a big field, 15 athletes. And will they go with the pacemakers? They've been asked to go out for 2:21 at 1,000 metres. Sawinski to 800 and 1:53, and then KIPROTICH to 1,000 and 2:21. I think that's very, very optimistic for these conditions, but let's see. As they get to the end of this bend, they'll turn into the wind, and they'll feel the full force of it. Hoare on the inside there in 3rd place. That's McSWEYN coming around the outside pretty aggressively with that move there to try and stick right in behind the pacemakers. I wonder if he's going to try and get a jump on the field here, Steve. But Ingebrigtsen slots into 4th place, 2nd of the racers, recognising the danger, I think.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this. You've got 3 fearless runners. McSWEYN, as you've just said, Tim, he's gone out there, take it to you. Ingebrigtsen does exactly the same. He doesn't mind who you are. He'll get out there and run hard. And so does Ollie Hoare, the American-based Australian. Loved watching him race over the last few months. All 3 of them committed runners. They've gone out quick enough, Tim, 56.37. Others are well stretched behind. And look at that. It's a big field, but as you said, if you go quick enough, then it doesn't matter how many are in it if there's enough space, and there is there because they're going fast.
Well, 56.37 might be slow by normal conditions, but in these conditions, it's very, very respectable indeed. If they can maintain that, they will still come up with a quick time. Sawinski, a prolific 800-metre racer, and indeed a 1:44 man himself, doing a good job at the moment, stretching them along. It is tough out there, though. Single file down the home straight as they come through this time with 2 laps to run. Sawinski leading from KIPROTICH, the 2nd pacemaker, then McSWEYN, then Ingebrigtsen, then Hoare. The rest of them strung out behind, and these 8 or 9 beginning to get away.
So the pace has slowed at the front there. You can see KIPROTICH maybe will try and pick it up again, but Sawinski with a 58, and that's bunched them up a little bit. The gaps were created, but the first 6 or 7 have bunched again. And the problem is going to be here for McSWEYN, because Ingebrigtsen's right on his shoulder. What's he going to do? He's decided for the time being to stay with KIPROTICH, but you can see McSWEYN's itching to go. Ingebrigtsen and Hoare look comfortable. RAMSDEN's starting to move up as well, and the world lead MUSAB is still in there, an athlete we haven't seen too much of.
I don't think KIPROTICH is running hard enough here. He's really eased around that bend, and they've lost a lot of the aggression that was put into the first 800. 1:54 at 800 is still respectable, but as he moves aside, Ingebrigtsen at the front now, McSWEYN on his shoulder. Now, how will the young Norwegian cope with this one? Remember, he's only 20 years old, recently got engaged to his girlfriend of 5 years. He's had a wonderful winter, 3:31 indoors. Early in the indoor season, but he has things under control at the moment. McSWEYN and HOARE in second and third, and RAMSDEN back in fourth. The Australian trio stretched out behind Ingebrigtsen, who has this strange forward lean to his style. It's very deceptive. He just gradually lengthens his stride, ups the cadence, and begins to ease away. And he looks strong and unstressed at the moment. But HOARE has been racing well. Remember, he's world number 2. 3:33 recently in California in the warmth. And he moves onto the shoulder of Ingebrigtsen now. They come into the straight. McSWEYN is still there. So is Fontes, remember. And Ingebrigtsen cuts loose. He has got that extra gear. HOARE has misjudged it, perhaps. 2 meters the gap, and it stays that as they pull away from McSWEYN. A comfortable win there. 3:36.28. That is fabulous running in these conditions. It's the track performance of the evening so far. But again, this incredible, miraculously talented Jakob Ingebrigtsen makes it look very, very comfortable indeed. He had it all in hand. There was never any need to worry